The name is Law Nation. Come on. As the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like button, share this content, let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Salute to you, and you. Come on. Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Hey, come on. Hot seat time for your mind, baby. Hey, ho, let's go. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content. Let's get it. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and shout out to the rewind game. Shout out to everybody who's going to be watching this on the rewind, though. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in for now. And 1. Come on. All right. Get it. Let's get it. All right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know it's been a minute since I've been independently live, but we're here. We're here. And hopefully the audio is straight. Let me know if the audio is straight. Let me know in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat. Come on. Let's get it. Let's go. BPA. Put BPA in the chat too if you team BPA. BPA. Come on, y'all. Hey. Come on. BPA, baby. Come on. BPA. Hey, come on. All right. Come on, baby. We got enough people in here now. We got to get some more folks up in here. Come on. Hey. Oh, we only got a spoonful of people up in here. Come on, y'all jump on in. Or I can just go home. I need to go home. Do I need to go home? Do I need to go home? Rex! Where everybody at, man? It's Jerry Jones' fault, man. Stop shadow banning the law. Rex, I can't take this no more. One love, man. Hey, I just talked to y'all then. Everybody else, man, y'all catch me on Rewind for your mind. Shout out to everybody for those who's watching for the very first time. My name is Law Nation. We talk Cowboys, football, and beyond. I'm an optimistic person. You know, I am a guy that's going to tell you the real as well, right? If your breath funky, I'm going to tell you, dog, hey, dog, your breath funky, dog. But, you know, if it's a situation that I can pull you to the side and say, hey, man, I got some gum for you, you know, I'm going to do that for you. I'm not just going to leave you out there just killing everybody with your breath. So that's what we do here. On top of that, with the Dallas Cowboys, we are still in that shadowy place. By this time, well, on Thursday, a little later on, next week, we should be having a great vibe, a great feeling about this team. And that's only if we go with the philosophy of BPA. Yeah, the philosophy of BPA, best player available. Last year, we can argue amongst ourselves, but we went the needed area, right? We drafted by need. Yeah. Ain't no way, man. Somebody gonna tell me Mozzie was the best player available. No, that's what it was. Nah, and can't nobody explain to me on Luke Schoonmaker that he was the best player available. No. So that's why I lean on BPA. And that's why I can also say, if you go into this draft and you start saying to yourself, there's 1,000 philosophies with this and that, but dog it, don't overanalyze it. Go with the best player available. But Law, we don't need a wide receiver, Law. We got CD. We got Brandon Cooks. It don't matter anyway. We got Dak Prescott throwing the ball. No, if that's the best player available, then you go grab a wide receiver. God dog it. But who's going to keep Dak Prescott upright? Don't worry about that. That's the best player available. Y'all know how that goes, right? So that's the best player available. But we need to keep the quarterback upright. I've been fighting all year about if we're gonna miss Tyler Biotish. Oh my gosh, we're gonna miss Tyron Smith. Without those two, it's for dog sure is doom and gloom. No, don't worry about that. Shoot. Look, this is the craziest thing of it all, ladies and gentlemen. True story. When Tyron Smith was here, oh, man, he can't stand upright anyway. Let's put in somebody else. You know, when Tyron Smith gone, oh, man, we losing a Hall of Famer, man. Hey, we're going to be in trouble. Hey, when Tyler Biotish was here, man, that brother can't bust through a wet paper bag. He can't do nothing, man. Oh, man, he's trash. But now that he's gone, hey, man, we got a big hole right there, man. Hey, we in trouble, baby. We in horrible trouble. Oh, man, the sky is falling. Oh, my goodness. I can't make this stuff up, Law. I can't. Hey. Tony Pollard, when he was here, he ain't elite, Tony. He ain't no Zeke. Tony, he's terrible, Law. He can't block. He can't do this, and he can't do that. Now Tony gone. Hey, man, we in trouble, man. We don't have a Tony Pollard.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Riggs! Damn if you do. Damn if you don't.
Swallowed up.
It's depressing. Yeah, J-Rod, shout out to you. 2422 says, Law is so depressing being a Cowboy fan. But at least we can look back and laugh at it. At least y'all put it on me, man. Blame me for it, man. I'm the reason why y'all losing all of these years. From the people in the comment section, you know. I'm the reason why, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it goes across the board with all of these guys, right? And Dak Prescott suck. He's trash. Let's trade him. Let's get 2 first-round draft picks. Riggs. But he's sucking, he trash. But let's get 2 first-round draft picks for him. Hey, if you are a Commander fan, Giants fan, to a degree also, if you're an Eagles fan, you can't say he sucked because he's beating y'all up. So what do that mean, you know? What do that mean? Like it's like make this make sense. He suck, he's trash. Let me get 2 first-round draft picks for him though, you know, and a conditional 3rd or 4th. Hey man, hey, he suck, he trash. But Giants, what you do against him? See, what had happened was, or the Washington team, he suck, he's trash. And then all of a sudden, you know, when he plays them, so why y'all can't beat trash quarterback? Why y'all can't beat sucky quarterback? It's just crazy how so many people will put that label on someone. It's just crazy, huh? Louis says, anyone remembering who the BPA was last season or last year draft? Like, who could we have gotten instead of Mozzie? That's a good question. My mind don't go back that far. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. Wait a minute.
Spartan! What is your profession?
So what are you trying to imply? Louis, what are you trying to say? Is he really he was really the BPA at that point? I need to know, man. Oh my goodness. but neither here nor there. I don't want to delay the show any longer. Let me go ahead and pull this article up, and then we'll swing back in and tie in things why it's the hot seat and why we need to draft BPA and why we need to stay 10 toes down on what we're doing. But before I do that, I want to say this right quick, ladies and gentlemen. We will be having a party, a literally party next week on Thursday, and it will be brought to you by my people, Shakertons. Shakertons is located in Arlington. They got 5 locations, and they are here for the nation, by the way. And it's going to be me, my guy Ray, TP, not Tony Pollard, but Terrence Parsons, right? We're going to have him and a whole bunch of other people that's going to be there. Dak Attack is going to be there. So if you live lit and you're going to be ready with us, come on out and have a great time. Not a good time. Out here at Shakertons, the one that's located in Arlington, 1409 for your mind. Reservations for the nation. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Will be 682-248-3545. Keep it live. Matter of fact, don't meet us there. Beat us there. So come on out, man. We're going to have some good time, great moments. 32 lives will be impacted on draft night. Look at it from this aspect. On draft night, for the grand opening, right, for the NFL 2024 season, there will be literally 32 millionaires in the making, right? So let's go. Let's get it out of the mud the best way possible, and let's see how these guys going to turn the corner for the 2024 season, baby. I can't wait to see y'all beautiful faces there, live, lit, and ready in the mix. Come on with it at Shakertons. Yes, indeed. The first round is on me, man. When whoever make it through the door, first round is on me. But let's talk about this doggone news that was circulating the other day, and I didn't think that it was going to catch a lot of wind, but I guess it's still the dying season. Everything is still dead, and it's also the lion season. But, you know, Cowboys got this coach by the name of Mike McCarthy and Mike Zim, both on one-year deals or on the final years of their contract. There's this other guy by the name of Bill Belichick, who is by far a superior coach to most that's out here. I think he's an 8-time Super Bowl champ in some shape, form, or fashion, in some fashion of if it relates to coaching, whether he was on the Giants team or he was pretty much as the coach there when they won it back in the days, or when he was within the confines of being the head coach for his own team. Well, he brings in a boatload of experiences. He's a Territorian. He's a disciplinarian. He is all of those things, and he's pretty much wanted to hit Robert Kraft and shank him with the butter knife. And this article outlaying that basically there's only one team that can really get him. Yes, he would like to go to the Giants. Yes, he would like to go to Philadelphia, by the way. Yes, he would like to come to Dallas. But the way he is structured to a degree is already predicted that the best team for him is the Cowboys that can handle his mindset and his intellect, right? And he is willing to step back and allow Jerry to still do Jerry things, and he just do coaching things. If you want Bill Belichick here in Dallas land for the 2025 season, put BB in the chat. Let me see BB in the chat if you would love to entertain Bill Belichick. But here's the thing. When the NFL came, because NFL did come out to Bill Belichick. Yeah. It took some things away from him. Inflategate, Spygate, whole bunch of other gates that they had, Kevin Gates, all of the gates they had over there in New England. And what he did, he turned up the level, Hey, and we already know his mentor, Bill Belichick's mentor, was Jimmy Johnson, which is crazy, right? So it's a crazy world, right? Or in other words, it's an evil world. Shout out to my guy Future.
It's an evil world we live in.
Kraft hand Gates, yeah. So Bill Belichick, here's my thoughts, and I'm giving you guys my God honest truth on my mindset of it all. If the Cowboys really wanted to entertain this and really wanted him, there's no salary cap as it relates to coaching, right? Then on top of that, if they really wanted him, they could have ripped the Band-Aid off after that Green Bay Packers game and just fired everybody. They could have fired Mike McCarthy, you're gone. Johnny Bones Fossil, you gone. Who else want to go? Daniel Quinn, you're gone. You're out. They could have did the fire sale then. Would you guys would have been more happy if that would have happened, right? You guys would have said, man, finally somebody is in here moving stuff around. Would you guys would have been more happy about that type of situation if they went fire, scorch, earth, burning down everything? Like Michael Irvin said, I got a clip of Michael Irvin. He was hot. He wanted to get everybody. Bring back Tupac and Biggie. And on the way, also, fire everybody. Everybody gots to go, right? That was the playmaker the day after, or the night, that same night after the Green Bay Packers lost, right? But here's the other thing. My guy, Coach Marv, Joey Ikes, and all of the other people who've been talking about, I think B-Bird, shout out to B-Bird, he calls in all the time. They all been banging on the table saying, Law, the Jones family are broke. They only have asset. They don't have money. Nothing is liquid, right? And there was a article that was out, or a Twitter thread that was out, explaining those things. And it makes perfect sense. The Dallas Cowboys pays the absolute minimum to their entire coaching staff. We have the lowest paid coaching staff in the National Football League, right? To the point that even Mike McCarthy is getting Caitlin Clark's money. You know, he is not getting a lot of coins. On top of that, we don't have an OC to pay last season, so we double dipping. We got a head coach who's doing OC responsibilities, and he's not even getting paid the minimum threshold or the, I guess, the average threshold of what other head coaches are making, which is crazy. But when they start talking about the liquidity stuff, you know, the preface theory and everything, I don't want to jump into my econ bag, but what I would tell you this is that people will say always follow the money. And the Cowboys, when you start to look at the money side, in order for Bill Belichick to come here, he's going to have to take the ultimate pay cut. He is used to getting paid $20 million of those things, right? And like I said, there's no salary cap as it relates to coaching. Mike McCarthy is getting paid anywhere between $2 and $4 million. So you going from 20 to 2 to 4. Hey, man, no. No. And Jerry, don't come after me, man. I know y'all got me on y'all radar, but don't come after me for telling y'all the truth.
Get your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
Hey, man, I apologize, man. But, hey, I'm just saying. So if Coach Bill Belichick would get here, outside of the politics spots of it, I know for sure that this team would be very disciplined. That's what we're hoping that even Mike Zim would bring to the table, discipline. And what I was saying last night about discipline, not all disciplines or not all actions of you not being disciplined equates to a flag, right? It's responsibilities. If you got hook, you got to stay there. You can't abandon hook responsibilities. If you got, matter of fact, foresight, you supposed to come down and field. You supposed to come down and field. You don't supposed to watch and say, hey, man, I thought about it. No. But, hey, Law, man, that's a guard being pulled. Guard. No, you supposed to come down and field. Fill him. No diddy. So that's also equates to discipline, right? So we talked about those small things that this particular team needs. Now, the reason why, and I appreciate you for the super chat, Charles. Appreciate you. Yo, Law, your shape up is screwdriver tight today, baby. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. They go back into the next time I see the barber, I'm going to send them that $5 you sent me. Appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate you. I try to keep clean for y'all. Yeah. So Freddie says, how the hell can the Joneses be broke if the boys are worth $9 billion? All those zeros. Yeah, I mean, it's the difference between having assets versus cash. You know, that's different, right? You know, I was talking about my personal assets, but I don't want people to knock at my door. In theory, I'm a multimillionaire. In theory, you know. In theory. But what do I have available right now? Now, I can take those things and turn it into cash or what have you. But the Jones family, to a degree, they are smart and wise with their money. And on top of that, I'm not counting their money. I'm definitely not doing their taxes, you know. But I can tell you that they move a certain way. You know, that's just how that goes. And it's just what it is. It's just what it is. For example, I had a company to reach out and say, we'll buy Law Nation from you. And the offer came around. I was like, yeah, but you know, I want to grow this thing. Nah, this is mine. And if it's worth that much now, then I'm gonna hold on to it. Shoot, 10 years from now, hey, I might think I may reconsider. I may read some literature, you know. But at the end of the day, I built this brick by brick. I'm not finna give it up. No.
See, when you invest in something and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You're gonna have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you.
Yeah.
We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Kevin Gates, man. You know, no Diddy, man. Tight pants and all. But I'm telling y'all right now, so you can build things and still have value to it, right? But hey, do I want to sell it to get the money from it? No. But there's some people right now that will sell their channel off and say, hey, man, I done built this channel up. Hey, I can move on and do something else. But when it's something different that you built from the ground up, come on with it. You know, I'm not finna do that. But I feel with what y'all saying. $9 billion with a B is a lot of money to call anybody broke, you know. But that is subjective, right? Yeah, I remember Chris Rock did a special, and I'm going to get back to football in a few, but I appreciate y'all. This is the off season, so we can rock with this, right? Chris Rock was said that, hey, if Bill Gates wake up with Oprah's money, he's jumping out of a plane, probably slicing his neck before he hit the ground. I'm broke, yeah, you know? So there's different levels to this, man. Chris Rock was saying that, hey, he's a movie star. This was a special that he did many moons ago. He's a movie star. And in his area where he stay at, yeah, he said that he made it. But his neighbors, what do? They work at Walmart. One of them is a school teacher. One of them is a dentist. He's like, wait a minute. How can y'all afford this? It took me to do that to get to here. So not everybody's broke to a degree, you know, but value is value. Yes, indeed. Leon L. says most don't understand value of having assets. Woo, Leon, baby. Teaching over there. All right, back to the point at hand. Appreciate you, Leon. You know, Leon know his thing over there, but, you know, if you always have those things, you can always liquidate them, right? You can always get it down and say, okay, I'm going to do this and move on. The great thing about the Jones is this is a great thing, is follow how they operate. For the stadium in Arlington, the city of Arlington got to pay the bigger chunk of the note. So that's a good hustle move. Can you imagine buying a house and you sitting there saying, hey, the city is going, or the state that you live in got to provide funds for you to operate within the confines of that house. Like, you know, a portion of this room right here, I write off on my taxes because it's equate to a business for me, right? But it will be nice if I can do it 100%, right? It will be nice if I can excerpt this particular portion and use it as commercial instead of residential, right? Oh my goodness, boy, we having a financial class here. Let me keep moving on, boy. But this is the reason why I say that even with the confines of Bill Belichick wanting to have interests here, it's already, to me, a disrespect to Mike McCarthy for the Jones family not to put that fire out, right? For the Jones family to say, okay, we will entertain this to a degree. Now, granted, you always want to keep your options open, meaning that if I'm Mike McCarthy and if I'm the head coach of this particular team, I'm going into this draft and I'm thinking with my mindset that I don't have tomorrow. I don't have 2025. I have now to prove that I'm worth the grain of salt, right? Or I'm worth every penny that's exerted to my salary, right? Or I'm worth it. In the last 3 seasons, yes, I've won 36 games. Is it enough for me to walk around with my chest out boldly? No, but I built a program. And my program can win you games to get you to the postseason. My program, unfortunately, falls flat out on its face. You know, so how can we get better? Well, I can't get better if I got to look over my shoulder every day, right? I can't get better if I have to make sure that I have to have a spy from my crew on the defensive side to make sure that nobody's shanking me with the butter knife. The key thing about being at home here in this particular location where I'm at, I'm comfortable. You know, I can probably be doing this show right now with no pants on. Y'all would never know, right? I don't stand up on this show. I'm comfortable, right? But Bill Belichick, he operates from the mindset that he is not comfortable. So if he's going into the 2024 season, he got to make sure in his mind that, hey, I have no room for comfort. I can't sit back. I got to go get a guy that I know for sure that's going to make me plays today, not tomorrow, right? So in this draft with the 24th pick, he better be looking at it like I got to get the best player available. I do. I absolutely got to get the best player available because he's always looking over his shoulder and he can't be drafting for Bill Belichick. If you guys get what I'm saying. Yeah. 22-7. Please don't, I don't want to see that. Hey, man, hey. I'm just messing with you, Yeah. But I'm just saying that when you look into the whole picture of the Dallas Cowboys, what are the things that we need to order to get us over the hump? I say it's simple but yet complex. I say that Dak Prescott, if we just look at Dak for example, right? We know for sure he's going to give you anywhere between 4,000 yards, close to 5,000 yards, right? 4,000 to 5,000 yards, right? We know for sure he's going to give you anywhere between 30 to 40 touchdowns, anywhere between 2 to 12 interceptions out of that, right? And we know for sure, regardless of how you guys look at it, we know for sure we go into the playoff, right? We go into the postseason. We know that at its face value. All right, so what can you get out of my guy CeeDee Lamb? He's going to improve every year. His scale is growing. There's not been a year that he did this number. Every season he increased, whether he got a little bit faster, he got a little stronger, sharper on his routes. He became a little bit more vocal on the field. We've seen that he started to ask for the ball last season. The season before last, he was quiet. He didn't say, hey, give me the ball. So now we're seeing growth in the youth of CD, right? And those are your two catalysts on your offensive side of the ball that's going to be explosive. We already know Zach Martin, he's going to do his thing. I think he still have less than 6 or 7 penalties in his career. Just knocking on wood just in case. We do know when healthy, Terrence Steele, he's going to be a damn good right tackle when healthy. He's a Pro Bowl tackle when healthy. We do know that Tyler Smith at guard, he's an all-pro guy, right? So we do know those are the known knowns, right? But the known unknowns are your left tackle right now. We don't know who, well, we know who Chuma is. We don't want to see him, basically. We don't know who Awesome is, right? So we don't know who Brock Hoffman is, nor TJ Bass to a longer extent, right? So those are unknowns, right? That's a crazy word to put in there. And then on top of that, far as our run game, Rico, he's an unproven commodity, right? Still unproven commodity. And then we have Deuce Vaughn. I call him Tiny Deuce Vaughn, right? And then my guy David says Ferguson. We know he is improving. Yes, we know he's got anytime you get Travis Kelce to recognize you, what do they say? Real recognize what? Can y'all put that down in the chat? What do real recognize? What do real recognize? You know, and don't give me the real eyes, realize, realize. You know, don't do me with the Tupac. But what do real recognize? Can somebody let me know? Yeah, shout out to you, David. Come on down. You have won a car. See, Burleson, man, one day, man, my channel gonna be so big, I'm gonna be like, I'm giving away a car. You get a car. You get a car, see, Burleson. The good talk, man, you get a car. You know, thou shall decree a thing, and it shall be established. One day. The first person, I'm gonna be like Mr. Beast over here. You get a brand new car. Real recognize real. So, hey, it don't matter what a person say in the chat about Jake Ferguson, because their thoughts and their opinions may be substance to them, but the realism is that if Travis Kelce says that my guy Jake Ferguson is real and is just like him, shoot, then you can build upon that. You can start working with that. You know, real recognize real. So we do understand that, you know, gangster recognize gangster. Yeah, Freddie, you know. Yeah. So how do we build upon this? So we're trying to build upon the guys that got tangible things that we can. Now, granted, the two guys, I'm going to stick to offense before we dive into defense. The two guys that's in a contract situation will be, believe it or not, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. I'm about to say Michael Parsons. But CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. Yeah, those are your two leaders on your offense, too. Those are the two that the camera panned around when things wasn't going for them in this past postseason game versus Green Bay. Those were the two. They're going to have to step it up for the 2024 season. Very much so. One can argue if the Jones family don't extend them, those two guys can be on a whole different team. How crazy that would be, right? Just name a team that you can imagine that Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb is on a whole different team. That'd be crazy. The Jones family, somebody would definitely have to talk to them boys.
Yeah, gosh, something wrong here.
Zach Martin fighting for a contract too. I didn't think about that. Dang, boy. But is he? He probably is. Boy, he probably is. Zach Martin probably fighting for a contract. So it's a contract year. It's crazy. And how do we fix this? Well, let me just bring up these things to help alleviate some of the things. Savage Bear Gaming says, and I appreciate you for your support. Thank you so much for your love and adulations. And let me give you a horn. What's your real thoughts on Rico? And my thoughts are, with all of our running backs that we have present day, and this right here is a clip of Royce Freeman, right? And I'm not hyping the kid up. Definitely not doing that. He is by far a hammer, though. He is a hammer, and Rico is a nail. Deuce Vaughn is a nail. Who else a nail? Who else we got? Davis. What's that kid's name? I forgot his dang on first name. Davis is a nail. What's his name? What's his first name? Malik, right? Malik Davis is a nail. We need a hammer. Last year we had all nails and no hammers. All nails and no hammers. And the time we gave the hammer a chance, he fumbled the ball. So when we say these things about Rico, we need combinations. We need somebody that can feel and hit hole, see hole, and drive it, right? We need to be able to make them pay for those light body works. So when you have a linebacker in the field and you only being cute with one of them, we need to make them pay off of that. We do. And we didn't have that ability. See, when you playing quarters defense like that or you playing off defense like that, we need somebody to drive home. We need for them to get out of that personnel. Yeah, get out of that personnel. And, of course, is he a guy that can create space on his own? No. I think Freeman, he needs the alleyways too. But he's a one-cut guy, and he's going to make them pay if they play light body work. I didn't see much film of him catching out of the backfield, so it could be obvious that he's going to run the ball when he's in the game. But what I'm going to tell you guys is that also you just need a guy that can come in and make somebody feel it, Let it feel, yeah. And that's what you see out of his tape. You see a downhill north and south runner. And the reason why, if you look at my thumbnail, you would see Breland Allen there. You will see bigger boys in there. I don't need a Jalen Wright right now, but I'm not saying pass up on a Jalen Wright. I'm not saying pass up on a Jonathan Brooks. But if any of these guys, if we draft a smaller guy, right, we need to have someone with an authority, right, that can come in and make them lay him out like Family Guy. Look what he did to Buda Baker. He ain't going back to that run no more. Yeah. He was out the entire game after that. He checked out. He said, no, I'm going to go ahead and check out, eat my oodles and noodles. Look at him. He's on the ground. We need somebody to do those things for us, and we didn't have that last season, and we were banging on the table for the Cowboys to go get a Derrick Henry. The problem is that the Cowboys look at this from a mindset of their way. If Derrick Henry was just casually here in Dallas and people were saying that he's washed, he's trash, he suck, and, no one talked about him, he probably would have been here. But by it being that somebody wrote an article, somebody said, hey, it would be a clever idea for Derrick Henry to be here. And then somebody added in a piece, whereas, hey, they should have drafted him back in 2016. The ultimate thing that you never want to do to people who makes billions of dollars, allegedly, like the Joneses, is to make them look bad. Yeah, it's to make them look bad, and they don't want to ever look bad. So it got to be ultimately their decision, their choice. And sometimes people will go down with the ship of their own choices. Unfortunately, that's how we operate. The refusal to say, hey, I'm wrong. Law, do you have any truth to that? Segue Law. I'm going to segue right into this. The only guy to have cojones to go up against Jerry and them is this dude, and I'm going to pull it over here. Bear with me. We're going to pull this over here. Bear with me. I'm going to build a plane while we're in the air. The only guy, there's not many, that will go toe for toe, pre-pause, blow for blow with the Joneses is this dude right here. Let me pull it back up. Got it straight. But Savage, before I pull it up, we got to answer this one, right? He says, most of all running back needs screens and tosses to get going and going to be a long season. Shaking my head. Need a Marion the Barbarian. Yeah, may he rest in peace, man. Damn! You're right. There's nothing wrong with tosses. There's nothing wrong with delayed runs, delayed draws up the middle. I would say 11,000 yards. 11 to maybe 12,000 yards out of Emmitt Smith. Where's from that toss? Who remember that toss sweep? Boy, Emmitt used to catch that damn toss, baby. Yeah. Wide Eddie! Red, right Eddie! Hut! And Troy would do that though right here and toss that thing, boy. Or that stretch. That damn stretch. Bring back the stretch. Bring back the toss sweep. Toss sweep. Doggone, boy, we'll play a team. Toss left. Toss right. Toss left. Toss right. Oh, man, now. Oh, it's shotgun. Up, draw. Draw. Toss left. Look, the playbook wasn't even complicated. Stretch left, stretch right, toss left. You know. Let me know if I'm wrong, y'all. Let me know what kind of concepts that we had. But we had some. To be fair, we had some guys that was hungry though. Oh yeah. When you see Moose, you see 48, first 48. You know, you see all of those boys. You running behind that. You running behind shoot. You couldn't even see him. Like, Emmett, where you at? Emmett, where you at? Oh man, he down the field, man. Nobody can catch him but Darryl Green. yeah. The only person catch him but Darryl Green and them. You know, it looks like when they want to get rid of you, they throw SA cases on you, then going to make an example out of Dak. And this is his last season. Yeah. Boy, you open up a layer of onions on that one, though, you know. You did. All I can say is smear campaigning is a thing, a known thing that they do here. And that's a philosophy and a principle. And they don't have Rich Dalrymple to fix these things, and they don't have Roosevelt anymore. I don't know Roosevelt if he's still here. I don't know. They don't have people to fix things anymore, man. They don't have a fixer anymore. And it's terrible. It's terrible, Swayze. Glenn says, we don't do enough tall sweeps or draws. This is Mike McCarthy's fault. Teams are keying in on those vanilla runs. Yeah. If I see one more of those, now we do a quick shotgun delay run, and that's the closest thing that we get to that draw, right? That delay slam, 21 slam, right? To be fair, we couldn't do a lot of A-gap runs. Not a lot of power, man. Now, if you get JPJ or if you get a Zach Frazier or if you get a stronger guy, Brock Hoffman may be strong enough for us to do back to A-gap runs. But, man, we miss Travis Frederick, man. Let me stop not saying this man's name. Boy, we missed A-gap runs when we had Frederick and Martin, the young Martin. Oh, my goodness, baby. Sheesh. Zeke used to drop that head down in there and get them yards, man. Shoot, that can't tanker his head. He would get them yards, man. Shoot, A-gap run. Just think about the game sealer for 2016 against the Steelers. We still talking about that, you know. Oh, man, just think about what we did to Chicago back in the day. We used to run, straight up A-gap. Yeah. All right, so let me get back to this right here. Appreciate y'all. Let's talk about this one right here. The only guy that was stand up to the Joneses, and you don't hear him much.
You said this the other day at that press conference you mentioned.
I would right now, if I could, and I knew had a good chance to do it, I'd do anything known to man to get in a Super Bowl. That's a fact.
But it's not a fact. That's not true. Would you hire a general manager and let him make all the football decisions?
Yes, if I knew for sure he'd win a Super Bowl.
You really would?
Well, if I knew for sure he'd win a Super Bowl yesterday. The facts are we know that only God knows who can win the Super Bowl and who won't, and we know how many other parts have to come together. My thoughts have always been, I'll have people around me that are as close to being competent, have Super Bowl type ideas that can get you to that. I'll have them and I listen, and I have listened all the time. But I don't want to create some fake point. At the end of the day, since I have to write the check, then I've always made the decision at the end of the day. Does that mean that I have made a decision in spite of what the people that I think are smart advise me to do? No, not at all.
Yeah, hey, go throw some bricks at him. Put some sugar in his gas tank. Send a carrier pigeon over there. Let him know. Come try me again. You know, that's how that laugh went. I would say this, though, with Jerry. There's thousands of people who have ideals on wanting to win a Super Bowl, right? There are thousands of people, man. One can argue millions of people. There are people literally watching me right now and got great plans, great ideals, right? And on top of that, the craziest thing, man, when he put God into the mix, man, you know, faith without works is dead. You got to work. There's nobody that's in that good book that y'all read that was just giving things without going through something, man, without putting in the work. You got to put in the work. You can't just say casually, hey, man, I want this. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I got a little one. She loves to bake. She loves to do those things. But just because I get the baker stuff, the baker sheets, and I know it, I don't know how to bake as much or bake as well, and she had the desire to bake, and all of a sudden I say, here's the information. Bake a cake. There's going to be trials. There's going to be things that she may add too much. It may be things that she may do too little. And it's not going to be perfect. It's still going to be a cake. So those are the things. So, Jerry, if you want to be able to lift up that Lombardi trophy, sometimes you got to step back and let someone else to step in. And I'm only using that as an example. So if she desired to make a cake, then I'm going to go out there and get someone who knows how to make the cake the best so that she can start learning and watching the process and the progress from a person that's skilled within the confines of that particular nature of baking a cake. But no one who says that they desire for an apple pie or for a cake and they looking at oranges, right? They're like, oh yeah, this is going to be a nice orange pie. There's the reason why they don't make orange pies, right? It's not that great. It's not a desirable piece. But you can't go buy the oranges and say, hey, now I'm finna have apple pie. That's what we've been doing for the last 30 years. Yeah. Swayze says, we kept Garrett over Kyle Shanahan. Politics wins, you know. What do you mean? Like Garrett over Kyle Shanahan? We had a chance to get Kyle Shanahan. You know, I don't know, bro. But I get the concepts of what you're saying. Like, we could have fired Garrett and picked up a Kyle Shanahan. Is that what you're saying? The reason why Kyle systems work is because I think that the NFL every 6 to 7 years change, right? Every 6 to 7 years change. And right now, we are such a pass-happy league, right? We are a pass-happy league that the system of running the ball can counter that, right? If you have the ability to run on those nickel defenses, but also create space. I'm old enough to remember that, you know, in 2020, 2021, 2022, and I would say up until 2023, that the Cowboys were basically 30th or 31st in average yards of separations on their routes. And if you think I'm lying, let's pay attention to what the Eagles going to look like on average yards of separations. Is that more of a route running issue, or is that more of a scheme issue? See, Kyle Shanahan's system works like this. They're going to run the ball to open up the pass. Play action is a very sustainable thing. Even if you look at this tape, it's kind of slow a little bit. It's kind of slow just a little bit. But if you look at it, where our people are at, they're loading the box to stop the run. They're saying that, hey, we're not in any fear of Trey Lance. And I'm only using this not to beat up Trey, by the way, but just a philosophy aspect. That team is looking at it like, hey, we'll go single high. We would want Trey to throw that ball all over the field because we don't trust his arm. We don't know him like that. But we do know that Shanahan loves to run the ball. So That's just that's how teams played them, right? So when you do that, it sucks down and it swallow up the absolute linebackers and safeties, and now you can do play action. Now you can go deep down the field. That is system one hand watches the other, right? Play action, swallowed up the doggone linebackers, right.
Swallowed up.
Swallowed them up, and he was able to do the play action. But the Cowboys, if you don't have run game, you can do all of the play actions you want. You can go play all you want. And that's what I'm saying. So with this team, if they watch the levels of tape that we watched over here, they would say to themselves, hey, you like what Jordan Love did to the Cowboys? He carved us up, and he for damn sure almost beat the 49ers. Why? They was able to run the ball, and they was able to establish that play action to help Jordan Love out. I'm just going to see how they're going to look this year without Aaron Jones. But they still probably look pretty good if they have that scheme in place, right? But the Cowboys better figure those parts out. It's the small things that you do in order to make those things tangible. But what happened here, when everything is said and done and closed and put inside the box, when people look at the sheet, they look at it and say, hey, this guy threw for 3 touchdowns for 300 yards, right? I'm just using this as a base example. But how much of those yards came off of play action? How much of those yards came from average yards of separation? And I'm not even finna pull up Green Bay Packers film and show you how wide earth open the tight end was, the wide receiver was. Because they want to stop the run. And because you are an undisciplined team. And when you are an undisciplined team, you will have folks out here freestyling, calling their own stunts, calling their hero ball, and also costly flags. And then when you have an undisciplined coaching staff, you don't know how to handle someone of this kind of caliber like a Sam Williams. So that's why I say that if you're going to draft them, you got to figure out a way to play them. Yeah. Matt LaFleur comes from the Shanahan's tree. Yeah. So when you look at all of these things, shame on the Cowboys. Oh, Sam Williams, he's a penalty machine. Well, he had 8 penalties last season. 5 of them came on special teams. He's not a special teamer. He's an edge rusher. I've said this before. We were all arguing, yeah, we want dogs, but we don't have a dog trainer, right? You got a cat trainer. Those don't match, right? We want bulls, but we trying to treat them like a Shelly pony, right? Who's seen a Shelly pony? Bulls are different. So you got to make sure that you get guys that first and foremost, you know how to obtain, you know how to train, and you know how to control. You got to channel that aggressions, and then when somebody's act out of line, you got to get them the first time. Don't let them slide. Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey,
too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
That's all Hail Mary right there. That's all Drew Pearson's. That's all Roger Staubach to Drew Pearson. Is Mike Zim on his defense. We can't just walk in here and say, oh yeah, we just got our drug. No. Everything that you've seen on that Green Bay Packers tape, and I'm not going to pull it up, is a merger of 2 games, or 3 games basically, of what the Cardinals did to us, Niners, and Bills. Matter of fact, if I was the absolute Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator, those are the 3 tapes I'm watching. I'm not watching no other tape. Why? Speaking of flags, we need to slow teams down in 2024. Yeah, let me get in front of this. And I'm glad you said this. Last year, Savage, and shout out to you. Shout out to all of the gamers out there. I said this last year. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute for our offense to catch up with our defense. And they say, why, Lord? Why, Lord? You know, at that time, people were saying that, you know, trash Prescott and Dak is whack and all of this. He's finna have 15 to about 20 INTs. All of those people, they deleted their comments by now. You know, they went back to the videos and deleted them. You know, they didn't keep them up. But they said that he's going to be a turnover machine. He's going to throw a lot of interceptions because of this offense, blah, blah, blah. But what I was saying is basically is that by you having a new play caller, a new person in the ear, is going to take time for it to gel. It literally took about 5 to 6 weeks. One can argue 7, but it took that time. Well, now we going to have the inverse. We got a new scheme. It should be a god doggone new scheme. It's going to be a new it's going to be a new vibe of defense because you got this dude.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
You're going to have all of that newness, right? So when it's new like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to take about 3 to 4, maybe 5 weeks for this defense to get going. It's going to take that long. People who's not used to being yelled at.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
Coach, man, he's yelling at me, man. They're not going to say that to us. That's them talking to their ladies at the house. They're going to be pillow talking. Hey, man.
Up there, contain the damn ball.
I can't stand Coach, man. F Coach, man. When I see him, man, I'm going to hit him with the shopping cart if we at Costco's, you know. That's just how it goes, man. He ain't going to be none of that favoritism because he don't know y'all. So Tyrus Wheat, if he get a chance to impress Coach, guess what? He's going to be on the first wave. We're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. Lord, what happened to all of that Sam Williams talk? Where Tyrus Wheat? He been eating the Wheaties, man. He's been out there, man, on oodles and noodles and stuff. He done gained about 5 or 6 pounds, man. Dorrell Jackson or Johnson, whatever his name is, from Liberty. He's going to be out there, right? Some of the guys that you don't know. And some of the people who thought that they're going to get that parking spot and thought that it's going to be nice.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
You get a few blown assignments, man. Shoot. Have you ever been in a household that everybody cussed, right? I grew up in a house, damn was a bad word, dang was a bad word. But you fool around and go to somebody else's house and everybody using swear words, S words, F words, MF words. You be like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, you ain't going to say nothing about that, no.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
Hey, jeez. Yeah. Action Power says, Law, how old is that Zimmer video is? Because older you get, the softer you get. You got to put pause. Come on, Action. You got to put pause on that, man. Damn, man. Isaiah Land back. He coming back, baby. Hey, the older you get, the more swearing you get, too, though, too. Sure, he gonna be swearing at these people. Let them. He ain't a Monty Kiffin or what was it? Was it Monty Kiffin who was falling asleep way in the press box? We like, hey man, our defense getting blown up, man. Where Monty at? Monty was out there. Somebody wake Monty up, man. Give him some Geritol and stuff, man. Give him a Red Bull or something, man. Who remember Monty Kiffin? He was supposed to have been the guy for us, man. See, y'all fail to realize Tony had to go through all of that. Tony Romo go down there and had 2 drives, and it'd be Tony Romo versus all defense. We'd be blowing the team out, but the opposing team be blowing us out at the same time. Like, how you have 2 blowouts in the same game? Like, literally, we were blowing Denver out. And Denver was blowing us out too. It's a blow session, man. Come on, man. Pause. Rob Ryan was the worst, man. Like, what he's do? Hey, man, well, you in the third trimester around here with the hair and everything. Had the slouch look like he just needed a shave, man. I said, come on, man. We America's team, Jack, come on. Tuck that shirt in. He couldn't tuck it in because he had that belly hanging, Shout out to the bellies, though, but come on, man. We look at Rob Ryan and give that man a cigarette, God dog, or a blunt or something, because he look we look terrible, man. We look terrible. Like, can we just go get Rex, man? At least he loved the feet. And now when Rex wanted to come in, like, now you want to come, I think both of the Ryans been tainted, man. I didn't like them ever since Jimmy Johnson was here. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy would rather throw hands on the Ryans boys. What was the Ryans' dad? Is it Buddy? Yeah. See, that's what we need. We need a coach that's ready to throw them hands. Jimmy was gonna throw them hands on Buddy. Yes, indeed. And if Jimmy, I knew if Jimmy throw the first punch, you knew that we had all our other guys coming ready to rep shop. We just had to worry about Reggie White. Like, hey, where Reggie at? You gonna throw them hands? We just gotta worry about Reggie now, and we can throw them hands. But we had a neutralizer for Reggie though. Eric Williams, who remember him? Big E. Big E will always fold Reggie, but Reggie will get him every now and then. But man, we talking back too much past though. Too much in the past. But yeah. Mike says Rob Ryan looked like he rolled out of the bed. Rob Ryan rolled out of the bed. Yeah. Woo! Let's go. Like, wait a minute, dog. You put Mike Jackson at linebacker too? Oh my goodness, man. Big E, Larry Allen, big nasties, yeah. Boy, Reggie was crazy when he was with the Eagles, though. I'm talking about Reggie when he was with them damn Eagles, man. Yeah. Let me go right here. Yeah, he messed the kicking dude up. Yeah. But back to my point here before we let me click over to one of our sponsors right quick before we go a little bit further into this. And shout out to everybody for tuning in. Prize Picks. 100% of your first deposit up to $100 will be matched. And I'm going to share you guys with my weekend plans with Prize Picks as well. And this is my weekend plan right here. It's in progress right here. I got Dante, Keegan, Not the Water, and Donovan. I got Less, More, Less. And then I'm going to share this entry with you guys. And be sure to check out Prize Picks. Hold on. I'm about to share the wrong one. Somewhere wrong. Hold on. Get out of the way. Scoot. Sharing is caring. Okay, boom. Now it's copied. And we're going to share this entry with you guys. And boom, here we go. So when you click on that, if you're in the area, be sure to let me know, man, if you come off with that bag. We got $1,500 on the line right there, man. And hopefully we can come out with the plug, run real good with it, man. Shout out to Prize Picks during the off season. They've been rocking and rolling with your boy Law Nation all off season, man. It's always a great thing. Everybody that's tuning in and watching, the Dallas Cowboys, I got to say this. I get it, right? Next week we hasten the day for the good times to be here, and we really want that to happen, right? But one of the things that I want to say to you guys is last night, man, we had a great show, man. If you guys can go back and watch it, RJ, we had Jay Tuck, had my guy Cowboys Beat, and of course, you had yours truly, Law Nation there. And this was one of the excerpts that they was talking about. And the titleship was, who do you trust more, offense or defense? And my guy broke it down. Let's listen.
Praise in recent history. I mean, the playoff loss really kind of eroded a lot of that. I mean, they have accomplished a lot of things that hadn't been done around here, right? Like playoffs 3 straight years, wins, double-digit wins 3 straight years, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Dak gets credit for that too, right? Like, I mean, you all deal with like people from other teams that go to your channels and watch your stuff and interact with you. And Dak sucks, McCarthy sucks, Jerry sucks. Like, okay, well, they've won all these games. Like, something has to not suck that is like driving this. And the thing that I think not sucks the most or whatever is Dak. And so if I had to bet my mortgage on one thing, it would be Dak. I mean, obviously you can trust other people to certain degrees, but if I had to leave and take one thing with me, it would be Dak.
All right. Oh, wow.
Yes, and that's why, like, I always talk about it. Like, Dak Prescott to me, was the most valuable player in the NFL last year, because when you look at how that team went, they went how Dak went. That's why, like, when Dak had like a bad game or even just not as good of a game as you would want him to have, the team really, really struggled. You're not winning games with Dak Prescott starting off slow or even having a bad game in general. Like, guys, it's funny to me. Like, I ask people, like, all right, in that Green Bay game, how many quarterbacks are winning that game? I'm like, would Patrick Mahomes win that game? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, you know that Patrick Mahomes lost to the Packers as well.
Right.
Mike McCarthy has deserved some praise in recent history. I mean, the playoff loss really kind of.
And it's just strange that side by side, I just realized that Jay Tuck and Cowboys beat had the same hat on. That's crazy, man. They both had the same hat. So shout out to Benjamin Anthony DiNucci for creating those hats, because True Believe or something like that, and it's the name of the hat. He making some money off of them dang on hats, man. It is every bit of 12:32. I'm going to tell you guys that we got until 1. We'll open up the phone lines for your mind. If you have a question, if you have some feedback that you would like to entertain me with, let me know. We're going to open it up for everyone, and then we're going to dip. I got a few things that I got to do here in the city of Dallas, and I got to get going. But I want to hear from you guys, so let's go.
I ran up a check, I might do it again.
Might do it again, baby. Shout out to y'all, man. One love to everybody that's tuning in. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe.
I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll.
Let me know the audio straight before. I hope I ain't killing your ears. Yo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Is it better there? It's loud, yo. What about now? Is it better now?
Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up.
If that law got that loud, you can get that loud too.
Does it bang? They can come closer than close.
Check out my partners, man, at Rogue Shop. Use promo code LAW. Go to rogueshop.com, and when you're there, you can get that loud. Yes, indeed. CBDs and beyond, and they also have this right here. Don't try to take a handful of these and say, hey, man, this ain't nothing, man, because you will be on the moon, actually. Come on, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, check out rogueshop.com and use promo code LAW. Now, we got the first person that's on the line for your mind from the 815. You're live. Talk to me, Brandon.
What's up? What's up, Loud Nation?
Not much, man. Just chilling, man. What you got for today?
Loud Nation, I want you to walk down the street with me. No diddy. Just walk down the street with me right quick.
Okay.
I want you to take. I want to talk about the Cowboys, but let's forget that I'm talking about the Cowboys for a second.
Okay.
If I told you your head coach is on basically a 1-year deal. You don't know if you're gonna re-sign your quarterback. You don't know if you're gonna re-sign your star receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if you're gonna re-sign your defensive end. If I told you all that the team is in flux, we've been spending the money in the off season. We're trying to build through the draft. Although we could say this every year.
Right.
When you say this team, when you say said team is in rebuild, yes or no?
Rebuild mode, yeah. I would say that. Well, I would say that they are considering to build the way they want to, because nothing changed from this year to the next. But go ahead.
I think I typically don't like patting myself on the back, but I'm gonna do it this time because I've been saying this on your show for a while, guys. We might be headed to a territory that I don't think nobody wants to see or nobody wants to hear. We may be in rebuild. We signed Royce Freeman, and Law breaks down everybody, does a great job.
Appreciate you, man. Thank God, man. I appreciate you. You love the film breakdown, because a lot of people thought I was hyping. They thought I was hyping the brother. I thought I was objective with my analysis on Royce, but keep going.
Man, look, if Law break you down, he gonna put you gonna be in the Hall of Fame. So just know that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, Law, we regressing. We're not good as last year. We still got the same quarterback. Our head coach is a lame duck. We just signed a D coordinator to a 1-year deal. I guess what I'm saying is, where should I be optimistic as a Cowboy fan?
Well, who are you missing? Because that's what you're saying, right? When you say regressing, right? Like, who are you ultimately missing?
Well,
from last year.
I know we don't. I know we going. You gonna say Tyron Smith is a big loss. Dorrance Armstrong is a big loss. Matter of fact, let me tell you how big of a loss Dorrance Armstrong is.
Tell me.
I think Dorrance Armstrong is a better DN than DeMarcus Lawrence. Period. End of story.
Is he a better run stopper? And then even on his sacks, do you know how he was getting his sacks? Did he free? I might have to pull this up, and I'm not beating up DA. I love DA, man. Shout out to you, DA.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Which sack do he get on his own, or are these cleanup sacks that he is getting?
Law, I don't know what a cleanup sack is, but the other day you was telling people you know more football than anybody. So you
no. Wait a minute. Now I was saying
I don't even know if a cleanup sack is in the book. Like, It's a sack. He got it on his own.
A stunt, right? Okay, all right. Go ahead. Keep going.
No. Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence is not a better DN than Dorrance Armstrong. I'm sorry. And put on the tape. Gilmore. Who is our other corner opposite Diggs? Bland is the inside corner. I love Bland.
Yeah. But on the open market, Gilmore is still available, right? No one picked him up, scooped him up. So, hey, after the draft next week, man, there could be a situation that the Cowboys will circle the block even on Stephon Gilmore. So when you're saying that this team is regressed, so meaning that they should be worse than what they were the previous year, right?
Is our offensive line better? No. No running back on our roster right now is better than Tony Pollard. Not one. Sorry. Who is our linebackers? Again, our safety situation. Hold on. You putting J-Ron Kurtz back out there? We see what happened to him now. We putting him back out there?
Wait a minute. He's not on this team. So without him on this team, we'd probably be better in that spot. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Without J-Ron?
Without J-Ron, you put another guy out there. Could it be possible that we have a better situation? Do you think that Izzy have a better upside than J-Ron? Do you think Wanye have a better upside than J-Ron? Do you think even Marquise Bell, since he's moving back to safety, have a better upside or ceiling than a J-Ron Kurtz?
I thought we loved Dan Quinn. All them people was on the team last year. Why didn't one guy get in the game? You could say political football, but he wasn't out there. Izzy. He been on the team about 3 years, and we still can't find him. I'm not saying he a bad player, but why wasn't he on the field then? If what Law Nation is telling me is true, why wasn't he on the field?
Because the coaching staff, my guy Dan Quinn, refused to put the better player out there. When he said that he came back, he said that when he came back for his guys, he came back for his players. He didn't say he came back for the team. He came back for his players, so he's going to play the guys that he know. And on top of that, he was on his way out the door. Hey, come on, man. Ain't no way in the world. I don't give a dog if he is coaching for this team, or even if you playing on the team. There's no way in the world people can say, hey, man, J-Ron Curse deserved to be out there opposed to being benched on certain things. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You talking to me. You talking to me, man.
First person to come on this show and say, bruh, J-Ron Curse is getting cooked. His lateral movement is terrible. I was the first one to come on here and say that. So you can't hit me with that.
I'm not hitting you with that, but what I'm saying is that you said that this team is worse than what they were last year.
Yes.
Only because Tyron Smith is not here. That's the only person.
Okay,
that's the only person. Tyron Smith. So you mean to tell me we can't replace Tyron Smith and Dorrance Armstrong? Them the two that you just named. Come on, bro.
I know when you sing it to the choir, this stuff makes a lot of sense. Okay, who on our team that's going if you telling me Tyler Smith, because Tyler Smith basically said he wants to play guard. So if you gonna have him at guard, who do you got to replace your Hall of Fame left tackle system? Who do you got?
Hey, bro. Just because a player said what they want to do doesn't mean that that's what they're going to do. Look, R. Kelly said he believed he can fly. I bet you he wish he could right now, can't he? He fly right out of jail, but he can't. So I appreciate you so much. I believe I can fly. Come on. I bet you he wish he could touch the sky. Appreciate you so much, man.
let me get this one thing out before I go, Law.
Go ahead.
This show is great. This show has gave me courage. This show has made me do something that Law say all the time. If you think you can do better, get your own stuff. Man, Law, I want to say salute to you and salute to you for giving me that confidence. I appreciate you, brother.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. That's my guy, Brandon Rose. That's my guy, boy. He trying to give me a hard time, boy, all the time. But man, I'm just saying, I get with what you guys are saying. Let that plane land. Come on, plane. Shout out to American Airlines, man. Future sponsors of Law Nation Sports, man. You know, future sponsors. Thou shalt decree a thing and it shall be established, right? I get his point. But man, I heard regress, Scott. I heard people say this team regressed since 2020, right? This team's going to be, that's the team that people saw in 2020 without Dak Prescott is the team that what most people think that this team will become, right? I just don't see. Even if Dak Prescott in 2020, hear me out, even if Dak Prescott didn't get hurt that year, even though we had a slow start, I think that we would have still probably figured out a way down the stretch with a historically bad defense to still win either between 9 to 10 games. Call me crazy, but I think that even that season and the pandemic, the team that won the division only won one more game than us. Let me know if I'm wrong. The team that won the division only won one more game than us, even in 2020. And we had Gilbert out there. We had some guys that Andy Dalton and all of those boys. They had me out there throwing the ball in practice. They had everything out there, bro. And we couldn't win just that one more game. Let me know if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if I'm wrong. All right, the next caller, the baller, the shot caller from the 704. You're live on the Nation. Talk to us.
Hey, Law. How you doing?
Man, doing great, man. Who this?
This is Ethan Harrison from Charlotte, North Carolina.
North Carolina, stand up, man. What you got?
I just wanted to let I listened to your show, and I heard you say the left tackle. It's been like 2 weeks back you talked about Bakhtiari, the left tackle, to play for Green Bay. I feel like the Cowboys, if they get their center, they get a good center, because I was hearing you talk about earlier today about the A-gap. We get our center, that we can run A-gap. And if we can't get a tackle, because I think the Cowboys are going to go on defense to show up that defense, the run game, to stop the run game. I feel like they're going to pick up Bakhtiari, and I think they're still going to beat Gil.
Spell Bakhtiari, man. Spell Bakhtiari. How can you spell that man's name? I'm trying to look him up.
I can't spell.
Somebody in the chat. We need to. Bakhtiari, man. I try to put Bakhtiari. I'm trying to pull him up because I know he been hurt. He been hurt more than Tyron Smith. You know, somebody put his name in the chat so I can copy and paste it, man. I can't even. I try to Google it, man. How you ever try to Google something and it's still you can't spell it so much? You Google though, you know. Google like what are you trying to say, dog? I'm trying to look it up, but keep going.
Well, also, Lord, I think this team.
Thank you, Swain.
They might think I'm crazy. I think this team's gonna be better than last year's team. Once the draft go out, and I believe they're gonna make some more moves, and they're gonna sign CD. And like you said, how can this team be worse with that? And the offense gonna be they're gonna have a great second half of the season, 3/4 of the season. They're gonna come back on point. It's just the defense gonna have to catch up. I think this team, I'm telling you, if they have a good draft, a great draft, and pick up Gilmore and solidify that offensive line, this team will be better than last year's team.
Okay.
And also, before I go, how can I send money to donate to help you?
Okay, man. The Cash App always jumping. If you click on this video and look at the descriptions, we have Cash App funnels there. We also have, I prefer, you got PayPal's too, and that's all under Laws Nation. Let me see how I can get that out to you, man. I'm gonna post it. Give me 1 second here. You know, we don't turn down nothing but a collar here, bro. You know, as a independent content creator, as an independent content creator, man, shoot, we going up against everybody, man. Nightcap, Shay Sharp, 30,000 content creators within the confines of the YouTube community. Jeez. .com 105. Yeah.
You do a great job, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yesterday, when you broke down that film on Royce Freeman, that dude might cause a problem.
He might do, man. I got my money on Snoop though. I got my money on Snoop, man. Snoop Connor, my guy. You know, Mississippi boy. I want him to do something, man. But that's going to be a good combination heading into training camp and also Oxnard to see who's going to stand tall. And then I can't wait for to see who the Cowboys draft. They better not pull a slick one on us and say, okay, well, we got our Royce Freeman and we got our Tiny Deuce Vaughn and Rico. We don't need to draft anybody. They better draft somebody, man. Shoot. They better draft somebody.
Before I go, Law, what you think about this? I think the contract situation kind of blown out of proportion. I think Dak them know how the Joneses work. And he probably know that they kind of upset. And Dak know he didn't play good in the playoffs. CD didn't play good in the playoffs. So they should know these guys. They want to win. The Jones want to win, and before they gonna pay them, but they want to see how they react to this. I think Dak, CD, and Micah, all three of them did do nothing in the playoff game. So. What you feel about that? And I appreciate you taking my call.
No doubt. I just look at it like this, bro. If you look at it, I think that by having everybody with their back against the wall, fam, it's going to make them or break them. And we will know if they decide not to pay them. Ain't that something? It's going to make them or break them if we decide not to pay them. And I can only hope that they don't get hurt because the formula and the philosophy is, Oh, when they get hurt, they go ahead and pay them, but because they feel that guilt consciousness on them. So yeah, I would say this: just hope for this season to kick off right, and then hope that these guys ball out enough to force the Jones family to realize that they made an epic mistake, and they're gonna end up paying them by their fruits and labors on the field. Appreciate you so much, man, for calling in, bro.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. It's North Carolina, man. Stand tall, man, from the 704. I pinned the support line on the top of the page. Somebody asked on the Kick app, he says, or he or she says, are you a full-time streamer? I'm a full-time dreamer. I got payroll. I got things that I do here. I got Law Nation Sports is a business. It's a media company. And there are doors and responsibilities that I got to do. And it's only can open up from me to you, right? So there's some unbelievable things that we got shaken up. And I don't want to outspeak my wisdom teeth on in the city of Dallas that we are partaking in. And I just got to move differently, ladies and gentlemen. But every support helps, especially when we go out there to travel and beyond. Everything comes with a price. Everything comes with money involved. And they say for the money answereth all things. And I'm normally not going to be one of the guys that go over here and say, hey, donations, start preaching to y'all and say, give me. But I always want people to give out of the consciousness and the kindness of their own hearts. Y'all don't have to, but hey, everything is free. You don't have to put it's not going behind a paywall, right? You just come on in and yeah, Kevin said Law is living his destiny. Yeah. That's the best way to put it. But everything comes with a little help here and there. For a long time, and I'm talking to those who want to do content creations. Not saying that you should be afraid to ask for help, but what I'm saying is that always have a link so that people can help. I mean, you go to Walmart, they always asking for, hey, do you want to give $1 to this particular foundation? If you go to a multi-billion-dollar facility like this, the stadium in Arlington, they always have donations there that you can give, and they keep some of those proceeds, by the way. The NFL, salute to services. Man, when they did that excerpt and they realized that only 10% or 9% went to the salute to services and all of the other went to their pockets, I was like, God dog. And the NFL, it's a non-profit league, right? But post something on YouTube with their information and stuff on it. Watch how fast they come and say, hey, that belongs to us, man. That's all copyright, trademark stuff. So it had hit me. If billionaires and trillionaires and all of those naires are able to ask for stuff, hey, man, I have an alleyway for you guys to put down. And trust and believe, if I'm doing all of this with just me and a few other people that's helping me out, can you imagine if I had a full team? I want to be able to grow Law Nation to a degree where we have 50 employees, 100 employees and beyond. I want to be that thing right there. And it's going to happen. Thou shall decree a thing. Come on with it. From the 206, you're live in the nation. Talk to me. MJ, talk to me. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. MJ got me playing in the background, man. Maybe he's still at work. But no clone, Tyrone, you're live on the nation from the 202. What's new, bro? Talk to me.
What's going on, Law?
Hey, man. What's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
I was thinking about some of the moves that the Cowboys made, like the pick with the linebacker from the Chargers. That, like, it wasn't no blockbuster move, but it was a good move nonetheless. But it's just like I see Jerry Jones and how he moving. Mm-hmm. They doing everything safe. They don't want to be like the poster boys for making a big contract. They want to see what other people going to do. Then they going to make their moves, which is scared, playing scared ball.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you feel about that, Law?
It's what it is, man. When you have that, ability to do those things, meaning that you have the ultimate job security. You see, sometimes when you struggling a little bit and you don't have those type of resources, you got to make things happen on your own. There's this movie came out many moons ago called In Time. And Justin Timberlake played in that movie, and it was about time as your currency. On the richer side, those who had an infinite amount of time or a lot of time, they moved slowly. They wasn't urgent about their movements. They was calculated by their decisions on saying that, hey, there's no need to rush things. And that is where the Jones family is at. There's nobody that's going to be knocking at the door saying that you about to lose your job, right? There's nobody that's going to say, hey, by you being safe with Eric Kendricks, right? And not moving on to a sustainable linebacker that's a little bit youthful, you fired, right? But the thing is, at some point, we all been young. We all been there, bro. You see that fine chick on the middle of the dance floor, she dancing with her sorors, or she dancing with her girls, or what have you, whatever it may be. You just can't just sit there and watch. At some point, you got to walk over there and have the fear of getting rejected or being accepted. And the Jones family would prefer not to do any of those things because they have the ultimate fear of rejection, right? In someone who says, you know what, we got somebody already. So they'll sit back and watch, and they'll wait for the stragglers to go through, and they'll holler and say, hey, we'll holler at her. You know what I'm saying? She by herself for a long time. She got the wobbly knees. We'll send a drink her way, or we'll go talk to her. But they don't go after the one that's in the middle of the dance floor, the one that's moving and shooting and grooving, even though she will wink, bat her eye, even blow a kiss. And that's what Derrick Henry did, right? You know, he winked, he bat his eye, he blew a kiss at the Joneses, and they were like, no, we playing hard to get now. You know, hey, man, you supposed to come to me. You supposed to come crawling to me to say that you want this opportunity to dance. And it don't work that way. You know, I put a lot of analogies in. I hope you're catching me while I'm throwing out, man.
No, I get where you're going with this. I get exactly where you're going with this because it's like you had these players, and for the most part, I don't know. It's like they so gun-ho on the draft picks because they cheat. Yeah. It's like it's like not so much. I won't say they cheat because it's like you got the team's worth what $90 billion. Well, no, not $90 billion, but $9 billion.
Sure, something like that. You're lot, yeah.
Something like that. Anywhere between the billion, you got a lot of money.
Right.
So it ain't like you ain't got the money to go out here and get picks or
right.
You know, I just want to see what they're gonna do in this draft.
Yeah.
You know, that's the big. I just want to see whatever they're gonna do in this draft, and you know, because anything can happen in the draft. You know, players can go to different teams even though they sign with them. So, you know, it's up in the air. We don't really know what's gonna happen, but
hey,
shout out to what you do, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
DC for life.
Hey, you know what that draft is, Tyrone?
Yeah.
Yeah, draft is that freshman class, you know, come through there. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
Oh my gosh, man. Y'all gonna kill me for this one, man. That draft is that freshman class. The first party, you know. Oh my gosh, man. Oh man, I'm sick. I'm burnt up in the head, man. Oh my gosh, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though.
Goodbye.
That draft, that freshman class, man. Shoot. First part of the year, man. Shoot. Oh my gosh, man. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Shoot. You pull up on that freshman class, dog. You just over with. Everything free. All right, so man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's like Sam Club soda. We want the real one. Yeah. Charles says, Charles said that analogy is fire, man. Appreciate you, Charles, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Back end of the free agency is the old ones, man. They used to be banging back in the days, man. You know, maybe just need a little help here and there. You know, that's how I go. Look, I'm not being crass, y'all. That's exactly the best analogy that I can ever give to make this hard process a tangible one, right? She's on the floor, she's dancing, the music is grooving. The light may not be dark enough. They say, hey, can you get the lights a little bit darker? Maybe I'll build my confidence there, you know. And they not moving up to dance, right? And then even when they, like literally, when the NFL dog gave the Cowboys or all of the 32 teams, basically the 30 million, that's when the line song came on, the cha-cha slide. Like, everybody know how to do the cha-cha slide. Come on, man. You know, everybody knew the 1-2 step, and we still didn't dance. We were like, nah, man. Have you ever seen the person, like, at least do the cha-cha slide or the electric slide and get close? Maybe some of your cologne or something can give some attention, and they can see how decked out you are, at least. That's when the time you dance. There's people that only do the line dance, right? Besides that Tamar Braxton one, you know, nobody can do that one. You know, they be messing up, hitting each other. At least Chinese checkers or something, you know. But, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Come on, man. New uncharted waters. Yeah, so appreciate you, my guy, the angry Cowboy fan, man. Salute to you, my dog. I appreciate you for all that you do, especially in the community, man. You're doing a great job, bro. Continue to do that. And, yeah, Kimberly Morris, she feel me, yeah. Kim. Yeah. So everybody, man, I want more and more people to do this, too. I want more and more people to start talking Cowboys content. Never stop your passion. And never stop your love to dance, too, ladies and gentlemen. Never stop your love to dance. Rejection is part of life. Making mistakes is part of life. It is. Here's the craziest thing of it all, ladies and gentlemen. You're literally going to fall more than you win. That's how it is. Life is made that way. All of you guys are special, by the way. Out of millions and millions, believe it or not, of cells or sperms, it was you. You the winner. Look at what you did to get here. Some can say trillions, right? Trillions? Millions. Or billions. You were here. So there's a fighter in all of you all, regardless of how you look at it. We all share 24 hours a day. I got 25 somewhere on mine. But we all share that. And what this team need to do is take chances. That's what it's all about. Taking the chance. Continue to fight for it. Like my guy Too Broke says, sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. Right? And that's life. The Cowboys, they play it safe because they know for sure there's nobody that's going to take their job. There's nobody that's going to stand in front of them and say, hey, this going to be for me. Well, where were my end times at? Y'all go watch this movie. Came out in 2011. I think that was the year we drafted Tyron Smith, by the way. End times, real good movie. And if you're from a different dimension, right? It'll just say time, right? The Mandela effect is real. You know, that movie in a different dimension, they had Leonardo DiCaprio playing in that movie. True story. But in this dimension, or in this time, we have these two characters. Shout out to all of those who know what I'm talking about. That's the example of the Jones family. They don't want to move. They don't want to take those unnecessary risks. Because all they have to do is stay afloat. Everything will work its way out. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace, if all of your sleep and desire are of those things, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it, baby. You just got to be hungry for it. They say, Law, what do you have? I have a PhD. What do that mean, man? I didn't see you go to those particular schools. Yeah, I'm poor, hungry, and determined to make things happen. Jim Rohn once said, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. What do that mean, Law? Well, I'm always figuring out new ways, reinventing myself to be on top of things. So yes, I want it. Yes, I'll fight for it. And work day and night for it, to give up my time and my peace and my sleep for it. Cowboy Nation, that's all the time that I have, absolutely and actually today. But be sure to hit the like, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know. Ain't this right? Sheila, Kimberly, and David, appreciate you. Big Benny, Rich, we about. What my music at? Damn. Shout out to you, Kevin. Prime time.
Give me my theme music.
Have a great day. Shout out to you, Gregory Berry. Come on. Louis says, shoot for the stars. So if you fall, you land on a cloud. Kanye.
I've been really in the field.
Come on. Shout out to you and you.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to
roll those credits. Y'all have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Hey.
Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe, got blues inside.
Come on. Shout out to New Media.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with O, yeah, I'm with T-Mac, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck.
Shout out to all of the entrepreneurs. Shout out to the trap workers too. Shout out to those at the Waffle House, man. Oh man, that T-bone steak from Waffle House go hard.
You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul.
Come on out to Shakerton, baby.
I've been really in the field.
Come on. Draft party. There are gonna be many other parties out there, by the way. Many parties out there. But what we tell them? Ain't no party like a cowboy party, baby. Come on.
Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clothes. Yeah.
That part too, baby.
I be in zones alone.
I be on roll alone. Shout out to all of you guys, man. One love to you, you, and you. Hey.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
That's 1409 North Collins Street, by the way. Arlington, Texas.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
J-Rod, Charles, appreciate you. Savage Beer, Gaming, Swayze. Glenn Capers in the house, man. Appreciate all of y'all for y'all support. Shout out to Neil and Brad, too, by the way. Hey, Cowboy Nation, come on out to Shakerton. Don't meet us there, beat us there. Come on out, man.
Sacrifice.
Let's get it, and let's slow it down just a little bit. Hey. Oh. Let go. Yep. Yep.
Take a drink of my cigarette. Bring me
yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite
Swallow them.
for you. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Lord have mercy. I mean,
You know it's
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I just started fantasizing.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too.
Come on.
7 years of imperfect love. 7 more and another one. And another one.
Put some fire in the chat if you're still here. If you're rocking out with the nation. All at one. What we tell them? Street lights hit you. Don't let it hit you. Shout out to Mark Holmes, too, my dog, man. Appreciate him. Vach, Boss, Skywalker still, Big Game James, JC, Dak Attack, Ray, Verde. I follow. Come on. Boy, y'all jamming out with me, man. Hey, can we get them? Can we get fire all the way to the top? Need some more people to put fires in the chat.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't
There we
feel
go.
that far.
Hey.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Come on, choir.
So far, so far.
I love this part right here.
If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Now, so the cocaine's happening. When does that crack come into play for you?
Jerry, not this time, man. Come on, man. All right, man. One love to y'all, man. And where's my yeah, one more time. Are you ready to go? Yeah, huh? There you go. Here you go. Did y'all hear about that news? Did y'all hear about that news?
Go Birds!
Let's go Birds! ELVS!
What's it like?
We answered, I talk stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly, still Super Bowl chance for now.
I did that just for you. I just wanted to make sure you was awake, you know. So you are awake. I just made sure, my guy, I am awake. All right, man, I get on up out of here, man. I'm just making sure I'm worried about you just a little bit, man. And I'm glad you're here with me, bro. I'm glad you are here, man. He is a diehard Eagles guy, and I love it. You know, get my music at. Where my music at? Here we go. Appreciate you, man. I'm gone now for sure. Appreciate you, man. One love, man.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still in ball? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still in ball? Y'all usually check on. Listen. I'm still in balls. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still in balls.
For all the Eagles.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
I'm still.
All I ask.
I'm still in balls.
Come on, choir.
Yeah. I'm still in balls.
Until next time.
I'm still in boys. Now y'all want to call and check on the pastor.